All right, so this next story is about a conjurer who decided to enslave a woman. Now, I had to read the story twice because my first thought, I was initially filled with rage reading it. I read it all the way through and I was like, huh? Wait, okay. So I decided to read it again, and I'm just going to let you guys decide for yourselves how to feel about this. So, this particular story comes from the Arkansas edition of the Federal Writers Project, and it was detailed, I believe, in 1938. And the interviewee's name was Lula Taylor. Now, Lula was born in 1865, so right at the end of slavery. So she had absolutely no memories of enslavement, obviously. But she did keep a lot of her favorite stories, and this is the story of her mother who was enslaved by a conjurer and his sorceress wife. Lula says a man came by and conjured her mother. At that time, her mother was being owned by Miss Betty Reed of Lenoke, and they were her mother's last owners. Now, somehow this man made the woman, Lula's mother, believe that she had stolen some things from Betty and that she needed to hide out. But it was really the conjurer himself who did the stealing. Now, at the time, Lula's mother had a beau, a man that she was engaged to. But the conjurer and his wife somehow managed to convince Lula's mother that she needed to come live with them for her safety. Now, her mother's fiance had bought her some beautiful wedding clothes, and they were all set to get married, but the conjurer and his sorcerer's wife did not like this man for whatever reason. They just didn't like him and thought that she could do better. Now, in order to break Lula's mother and her first fiance up, the man gave her a cup with a mixture of some herbs and liquid and told her to drink it. He then told her all her love for her fiance would go away and go over to another man named Henry Deal, because the conjurer really liked this man named Henry Deal. And sure enough, all of the love that she had for her first fiance just went away, blew away like the quickest wind. And she gave the man the wedding clothes back, and he ended up using them to bury his sister in instead. No other word was ever had about the man, but Lula's mother did marry Henry Deal. Now, Henry wasn't a bad guy. He bought Lula's mother some really nice clothes, and he also bought her some clothes to get married in as well. So it wasn't a total loss. Now, Lula said that her mother was so glad to get away from that old man and woman that conjured her away from the white folks so she could wait on them instead. Now, as you can guess, Henry Deal did end up being Lula's father. So who knows if this was a total loss or if this was some type of love spell. I wish there was more detail on this story. Did Henry know a love spell was being put on Lula's mother? Did he see her and say, okay, I want her for myself? Wish there was more to this, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. And as a side note, I hope there's a special place in hell for the husband and wife conjurer who decided to interfere with this woman's life in the first place. First by making her think that she stole something, conjuring her, and then forcing her into their own enslavement. Like, are you serious? What?